Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is sharing my top 5 favorite tinted moisturizers, BB creams, face tints, whatever you want to call it. I have 5 favorites ranging from really natural sheer coverage to a little bit fuller coverage. I will say I do have oily combination skin, so my T-zone is super oily, which means I obviously have larger pores in my T-zone. So all of these work incredible. So if you're an oily skin girl and you've been a little bit scared of using tinted moisturizers or just face-based products that are a little bit more hydrating and moisturizing, do not fear, because as long as you have a good setting powder, you are golden. So if you want to see my top 5 tinted moisturizers, BB creams, whatever you want to call it, then just keep on watching. Let's start it off with the BB cream that I'm wearing the absolute most, or a tinted moisturizer is how they brand it. It is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I love this product. Funny enough, I actually got it whenever, Sephora came out in Canada. I loved the Sheer Glow foundation, and then I thought for summer I would purchase this because it was a little bit lighter in consistency. It had the SPF, and I thought, great, yeah, I'll love that. And back then, maybe I just didn't really know how to do my makeup properly. We're talking like a good 8 years ago. I obviously did not know how to do my makeup properly, but I just didn't know what products to use underneath, and then I just felt like it didn't really do a great job at staying on my skin, especially with having oily skin. But now I am obsessed. I mixed the 2 shades Norwich and Mykonos. It's medium and light 1.5. And I honestly can't get enough. I'm a little bit more adventurous with lighter coverage BB creams, tinted moisturizers, things like that, because I want my skin to look like skin. I don't want to have perfect looking skin. So I have really found my perfect baking powders or setting powders, so it gives me the allowance to play around with more moisturizing products. So if you're an oily skin girl, as long as you have a good powder, I have 3 favorites. I'll leave them down below in the description if you're curious. They work incredible for me. They really keep my oil at bay, and it makes the rest of my face look great because it really is just my T-zone that's oily. But going back to the actual product, I love it. I think it's a really beautiful moisturizing product. It gives you a little bit more coverage than some other BB creams, but it's still not overwhelming. It's definitely buildable. That's what I love about BB creams and tinted moisturizers, is that you can really layer it up and it will never look full or cakey or, too much makeup on your skin. Absolutely love this product. I think it's amazing. Obviously it has the SPF in it, which is an extra win. But if you've been wondering about the NARS Tinted Moisturizer, it's an OG. It's been around for ages and it's a classic. Next up is one that's a little bit newer in my collection, as in like the last 3 months. It's incredible and a lot of people do really like it. It is the Fenty Eaze drops. I have the shade 7, which I'm super happy it worked out for me because they have an incredible range of shades. So I think this one in particular, this product, the Eaze drops, are a little bit more flexible in shades. So if you have her foundation, then you can kind of get away with a couple different numbers in the Eaze drops. It's supposed to be like a flexible face tint, if that makes sense. I prefer using this with my hands. It has a certain texture. Like whenever I tried it with a beauty sponge, I feel like the product was getting soaked up by the beauty sponge, whereas using it with your hands, the warmth of skin to skin contact just blended it beautifully, and it's just such a smoothing product. Like, it is really gorgeous. It's not as I thought it was going to be like super minimal coverage, like some people were saying like there was 0 coverage from it, but I found it actually was pretty decent coverage. And then I just took a little bit more and went on areas that I needed a little bit of extra coverage with the second layer, and it was perfect. I love how it lasts on my skin. I love the way it looks, obviously, and it doesn't oxidize. It's beautiful. Number 7, I feel like if you're a little bit lighter than me or a little bit darker than me, number 7 should be good because it's a flexible shade. This one is probably, well, most definitely my most luxe BB skin tint product, and it is the Chanel, I'm not going to pronounce it right, Eau de Tint Water Fresh Tint. I literally was saving up for whenever we were going to Florida a year and a half ago now, because I knew if I got it at the airport, I would save a little bit extra getting it there at the duty-free shop, which I did, which was great. And I love it. You can see I only have like a quarter of it left, so I use it sparingly because it is so beautiful. I feel like this product, if you know about it, you love it. The only downside is the shade range is disgraceful. It is awful. But if you have similar skin tone to me, maybe a little bit darker, maybe just a little bit lighter, you can get away with it. It has like only a couple shades. I have the shade medium and it is so nice. It's the weirdest texture and formula. It is like a watery texture. It comes out like with a clear watery solution with little dots of like obviously the tint in it. It's really interesting. The formula is really cool, but it just blends on beautifully. It's one of those ones where your face just looks instantly hydrated, like your face just took a splash of water and looks like you have been drinking a lot of water as well too. I like to double up on this one, so pump all over my face and then one more pump just on the areas. Again, I need a little bit more coverage, but it is so nice. I wish the price tag was a little bit smaller, the shade range was a little bit bigger, but for me specifically, this product is incredible. I've raved about it before on my Instagram. If you follow me over there, then you know I definitely love this product, but if you just want perfected, really natural looking skin that just looks healthy, bouncy, and fresh, you're gonna love that. Next up is a local small business. This is Sculpted by Aimee Connolly. She is an Irish makeup artist, so down south. This is her newest launch. It is the Tint and Glow Skin Enhancer. It also has broad spectrum SPF 30, which is incredible. You will not get a white cast off of that, which is also incredible. I like to mix the shades 3 and 5, 5 obviously being a lot more when I'm tan, so I can get away with just wearing that if I have a fresh coat of tan on, 3 being a little bit more of my everyday shade, but I just like to mix it because I feel like I'm always in between either fully having a tan or not having a tan. It's always that in-between shade, so mixing it is perfect for me. This is the most radiant out of the bunch, so if you have a lot of pores like I do myself, being an oily skin girl, I tend to wear this one more so on the outer areas of my face, and then I do actually have to take one of the other tinted moisturizers or BB creams and put it in the center, just because the glow in this is incredible, but I find whenever I put it in my T-zone like heavily, it just kind of goes in my pores a little bit. So I've played around with it because I loved the look of it everywhere else on my face. I didn't want to just give it up, so I really manipulated it and just kept it to literally, I just don't put it on my nose and around my mouth, so like the smallest areas, and I just put something else or even just powder, but everywhere else on my cheeks, my forehead, literally everywhere else, it is beautiful. It's not a chunky glitter, it's not a sparkle, it's literally just a sheen. It is lovely. So if you have maybe drier skin, or you're just one of those lucky ones and don't really have a lot of pores, then go for it all over your face. But if you do have larger pores like myself, especially around that nose area, maybe just put another little tinted moisturizer or even foundation around your nose and then blend it out, and it's beautiful. Then lastly, and I'm very sure you're probably like, how has she not mentioned this one yet, because I've gone through 3 tubes of it. It is the Note Cosmetics BB Cream in 01. I also have 02 for when I'm like really tanned or I've done a really dark fake tan, but 01 is literally my baby. It is definitely the fullest coverage out of the bunch, so if you're someone who can't fully commit to a very light coverage finish, then you're gonna love this. This is a great transitional one for you to get into that more natural looking skin. It's gonna give the appearance of fuller coverage like a foundation, but the consistency and how it blends out just goes really natural and skin-like. Every time I wear this foundation, I get a compliment, whether you're dry, combination, or oily. It is beautiful. It's affordable. I feel like Note Cosmetics always has you know, deals on, so I tend to get it whenever it's like 40% off or 30% off, but I always stock up. Anyone who has bought this off of my recommendation will always message me saying, this is incredible. I can't believe I've never heard about this before. It is definitely a hero product in my makeup bag, my makeup collection. I will always repurchase it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Definitely a must try. All right, that is it. Kept it to 5 there. If you want to see my favorite foundations or fuller coverage finishes, let me know in the comments down below. Also, any other favorites out of the makeup product bunch. I'll leave my other previous filmed makeup favorites down below if you're interested. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.